Have you made things comfortable? Have you made things easier for yourself by creating small goals? Have you been guilty of creating small goals?
Absolutely.
And why?
Not realizing they were small for me.
Okay.
Thinking that, oh, this is big.
Okay.
And then
Based upon what?
having not seen anybody in my family do it.
Okay.
Or people in my circle are not doing it. So if I'm doing it, that's big. But it's not big enough.
Okay.
Right? And then exposing yourself to people that are really doing big things.
Okay, say that word again, exposing.
Exposing.
Explain to people how important and how critical exposure is in terms of growth.
I'll go back to when you're teaching little children. I used to teach daycare in another life. When you're teaching children, the biggest key to getting children to learn is exposing them to different things.
Okay.
So if you think about, if I expose a child that's never been exposed to the zoo,
Okay.
or seeing animals other than dogs and cats, and they learn, they retain, they do something different. Now a child wants to be a veterinarian.
Okay.
Imagine exposing yourself to multi-millionaires.
Right.
Cameraman.
Yeah. Who's that cameraman? because I'm gonna tell you, that's how I got to become a millionaire. Because where I was from, you didn't see black people doing big things. So it wasn't until I came down here and I saw gated communities with black people who looked like me, that made me say within myself, okay, why are you not doing that?
Right.
And then you talk to those people that lived in those communities, and then you say within yourself, shoot, I'm just as smart.
Right.
I'm just as good as they are, if not better.
Right.
So when you decide within yourself, when you talk to people, you know if somebody's smarter than you or not by talking, But when you would have these conversations and you'd be like, dang, I'm smarter than he is. I got more drive than she does.
Right.
So why am I okay? That goes back to exposure. So how has that changed you two ladies, by being exposed to, even the stuff that I've exposed you to? We're going to, let me say this too. Next week we're going to an award show. Next week, and basically it's an invitation only by TV One and the National Action Network. And the people that's going to be in that room are going to be phenomenal. People that you see will, basically have already been in Fortune 500, Forbes, and things of that nature. So explain to people how stuff like that, motivates you, but also propels you to the next level.
It reminds you that you can do it.
Right.
Like understand that people that are doing it are special. So are you.
Right.
They're no more special or no more deserving than you are.
Right.
So what do I learn? What do I do to get there?
Right.
And have that drive and will, the plan, and the wherewithal to say, hey, I can do this too. I could be on this invite list as well. So it just reminds you that this every day of check to check does not have to be a reality.
No, it's not.
It does not have to be a reality.
Now, Mariella asked the question, is it wrong to take baby steps, or should we just face all the issues at once? I know from my perspective, I like to go. I like to get it out the way, because at the end of the day, if I don't get it out the way, I always look at problems as growing individuals, like grown people. So it's kind of like, Mariella, it's kind of like this. If you don't handle your issues, it grows into a person.
Right.
So it goes from being an infant to a preschooler, to a person that's in junior high school, to a person that's in high school, to a person that's in college, to a person who has a degree now. You don't want to let it get to that point. So go ahead and kill it now versus taking baby steps. When you say baby steps, what exactly is a baby steps? If you're an adult, why are you taking baby steps if you are an adult? So stop taking baby steps because they never become grown steps.
Right.
So just go ahead and knock all that out. But have y'all been guilty of taking baby steps and just being happy with baby steps?
Absolutely.
Definitely
I'm sorry.
guilty.
No, go ahead. No, you good.
Absolutely. You know, I have learned so much from being under your tutelage.
Thank you.
Mr. Crooks.
Thank you.
And I mean, I know that my company, His Pen Publishing and Walker Tate Publishing, could be so much further if I would implement the things that you have shown me. I've watched your company and the growth that it has taken place, and I'm like, why am I not there? Because I've been taking baby steps.
Baby steps.
Instead of posting as often as I should and being exposed, like Grant Cardone said. You know, you can have the best thing in the world, but if people don't know you, it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
So, I mean, it's like, get off your butt and make it happen. Do you want to walk a mile in baby steps, or do you want to take those real steps and go ahead and get there and achieve it?
Right.
Let's
Right.
knock it out.
Right. Right.
And I will say, the young lady that asked that question, the first time I met Kenya and spoke with him about my business, I was taking baby steps.
You remember that?
And let me tell you, your first instinct, because I didn't know Kenya.
Uh-huh.
I just met him. I didn't know him. I was like, let me take my baby steps.
Right.
I don't care what he talking about.
Yeah.
He doing what he does. So
Sure.
I'm going to take my baby steps.
Right.
10X rule and being around Kenya, the baby steps will get you nowhere.
Nowhere.
Right.
Now, true, it's better than not taking any steps, but we're not congratulating that. We're not giving pats on the back, because you have to get up and you have to do it. And it's amazing that it took me this long to get it.
Right.
I mean, I'm getting it. Like,
Right.
you got to take these big steps, because
You do.
you rather take the big step than not.
But see, when
That's
you
no
take,
regret.
but see, when you take the big step, you get the big result by
Right,
taking
that's
the big
right.
step.
That's
So
right.
if you're taking baby steps, you're also going to get the baby
Baby
results.
That's right.
And who wants a baby results? Again, if you're an adult, why are you taking baby
Steps.
anything? Why you're an adult? You know, but at the end of the day, honestly, you just have to take calculated risk, and we're all people of faith, and we talk about God, but you know, we limit God
That's true.
by taking
Baby steps.
right. Right. God ain't no baby. God creates baby.
Right.
So it's like, we go to church on Sunday and we're saying our God is an awesome God, but then we'll take
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
baby steps
Right.
to a person that created heaven and earth and then gave you authority
Right.
and dominion
Everything.
over everything.
Everything.
But you want to reduce God
Yes.
to baby steps. Yeah. Me and God taking baby steps together. That's what we doing. No. And the people, and this is what I study successful people. And one of the things that I have learned by being around them is they stretch their God. They stretch their version of God.
Right.
So it's kind of like, if you want big results, stretch God.
Right.
But if you're going to stretch God, you got to stretch yourself and your understanding also.
Right.